Everything I spit rare, we sound in that great area podcast. They talk about hip hop all the way in the UK, so they gon' get props. Ooh, let me catch it once again.
We're back because we missed a lot in the last beef somehow. We thought we had enough time to release the episode and then maybe record another one with some updates, but the last 5 days has been absolutely crazy for the beef. Like, we thought we was getting one track, we got another one. We thought we was getting 2 tracks, we got another 2. You know, what's the actual count? Is it 6 tracks?
What, since we last recorded, or?
Yeah.
Yeah, 6.
Oh my god, that's insane.
Yeah, we had to call emergency pod.
We had to call an emergency pod. Obviously, you've heard part 1 / whatever the fuck we're calling that. Neil's still here because he's part of this whole saga. Part of the legacy. So if you heard part 1, and you're thinking, oh, I like that Neil guy, don't worry, brought him back. He's still on loan, he's still on a temporary contract, but
I think the points in the boards.
yeah, the beef's gotten too crazy, man. Everyone's talking about it, everyone's got their opinions, but like realistically, we have to start where we finished off before. So last we heard
was Euphoria. That feels like ages ago now,
and it's only a week old. You know, it came out this time. It didn't come out this time last week.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so we recorded the last episode on Wednesday, the 1st of May. So it's the 7th of May today. So 6 days, basically. 6 days ago a week ago, sorry, was Euphoria. But then
Bobby Shmurda.
Friday, the 3rd of May, it all just... Did you just say Bobby Shmurda?
No, man, I don't want to hear it.
You said about a week ago. I had to say Bobby Shmurda.
Okay, I was thinking of something else. Yeah, so Friday the 3rd of May, we get word that Kendrick does a back-to-back and drops 616 in LA or whatever it's called. Then Drake follows up with Buried Alive Interlude Part 2, which I thought was
is hilarious, by the way.
Yeah.
It is funny.
Absolutely hilarious.
And then does a back-to-back again with Family Matters. And then less than an hour later, we get Meet the Grahams. So Friday was just...
It was 20 minutes.
No, it was 20 minutes.
20 minutes.
20 minutes. I'm telling you, that morning
He had the
was
upload button ready.
Oi,
I
I've
woke
never
up
been
and
so
I thought
gassed.
I was still dreaming. I opened up the group chat and you guys are like, guys, there's been 3 tracks. I'm like, huh?
No, I couldn't believe it.
Slept.
Because I was up because Edie...
It was a traumatic morning, you know.
No, it was, you know. No, but it was so funny because, like, I come down with Edie, I think it was like 5:30 or something. I'm there ready to do my meditation and ready to do my Duolingo. And then I just see it just going off. I'm like, Drake's dropped. I was like, what?
Ready to do meditation.
Yeah, I was ready to do meditation.
You need to pray after listening to Meet the Grahams.
It was... Honestly, it was a madness. I didn't know what was going on. It's just ridiculous. So
and then
wild.
Next morning for us, it was Not Like Us straight after that.
Yeah.
And then when was... I mean, it's all a blur. Like, when was The Heart Part 6?
The morning after.
The next day.
This is why we woke up yesterday. We woke up today thinking we were going to get new tracks. It was relief.
I was worried, man. I've been sleeping, waking up thinking, like, I don't want to wake up to more music. Like, this is very weird. Like, the whole weekend doesn't feel right, man, because it's just like, it is unprecedented for something like this to happen like this. Like, in total now, we've got, the best part of 10 tracks for this beef? All in the space of how many weeks and months, if you want to do it. It's like, it's been batched up like crazy.
Yeah.
This weekend was one of the worst weekends of my life, man. I'm not gonna lie. I was high, I was low. Do you know what I mean? It was a roller coaster.
I ain't gonna lie, man. That first Kendrick track, I didn't even really get a chance to take it in. Do you know what I mean? I listened to Euphoria when it came out like 5 times. This first one, 616 in LA, I listened to it, I was like, oh yeah, this is good. This is sounding good. Then you guys are talking about Buried Alive Interlude. I was like, what? Listen to that. I was like, wait, this is funny, yeah? And then it was like, woke up the next day, Family Matters, Meet the Grahams. I was like, oh no. Do you know what I mean? And the thing was everyone was saying in the group, watch the video. Don't listen to just the song, watch the video. So I'm watching the video. I'm like, this is pretty good. This is pretty quick as well. Like, I like this. This is good. And then you guys are like, make sure you listen to Meet the Grahams. And I'm scrolling down more and seeing all the craziness. But like, I don't know. What was everyone else's experience of it, especially Neil? Because Neil's not in the group chat, but I was texting Neil on the side a lot.
Yeah, I was saying earlier, this is what I hoped it would be like the battle in terms of.
Stop it, man.
I tell you why. To the last episode, we talked about. I compared it. I wanted to be like Graham at the back and forth, and I wanted to release the tracks. This is the energy that I needed. Like when Chip was going to war with how many rappers, he was like, "All right, thank me. All right, next tune in 6 hours, you're gonna get peppered. Another one, peppered. Like that's what I wanted, didn't it? So this exchange back and forth, it kept the excitement. There was no long thing because we do know these guys have been feuding for a while now. So they have clips, like I said, in the chamber or in the clip. So it's not as if they start from fresh. They're kind of working their own material or mixing things around to play with new narratives now. So I'm not saying I knew exactly what they would say, but how they kind of delivered it was on the mark. And I think it did what it did for everyone. I think everyone started entertained, no matter where you lie or if you're on both sides. It was for the people. And I appreciate it. Oh, I loved it.
For those that don't know, because we don't record video, Neil is smiling. Neil is grinning big teeth right now. He's in the minority in this group. Right now, we are all depressed, we're all tired, we're confused, but Neil's like, this is perfect, excellent.
Now, the thing that I'm quite sad to, but I'll get to that later on. But going off of the first Kendrick track, was it the 616 LA, that one?
Yeah,
that one, I didn't like it. If I'm going to come out and say it.
Interesting.
I think the browse was mid to me. The beat was, the whole put together of it was a bit subpar. It was a bit weak. It was like a punch me in a dream. Like you're not really effective with the punches in the dream. You're trying to like fight off someone, but it's not really working. So like you're trying your best. So you have to defend yourself, but I felt Kendrick in that one wasn't as aggressive as Euphoria. Euphoria was like so like, yo, I'm coming to you in peace. Like he came out that whole kind of like Ugrain talking at the beginning, and then he was like, I'm gonna suck you up now. Like,
you mean as a diss track? Because I as a song, I love 616.
I think it's
sounds
an
like
amazing
it could have fit nicely on To Pimp a Butterfly.
Or just it felt like it was teasing what the alleged new album's going to sound like. For me, it was just this.
It sounds like it's from
something new.
That's the thing, though, because we're classing this as part of the beef. I think we should just realize it was a good song. Do you know what I mean? It didn't add nothing to the beef.
It's not really a diss track, is it?
No, it's not, because it takes ages for him to make any punches in there. They are just light jabs at the end, aren't they? He's kind of just saying, obviously little things, but they're not really hitting Drake where you.
It was weird as well because the stage we're at, we're expecting more name calling, more dirt to be dissed, and Kendrick just drops like a really good song in the middle of the game.
To me, it was like the reverse of when Drake did Charged Up and then Back to Back. It was like the reverse.
Yes,
it
was.
It was like back to back. This was like Charged Up.
Exactly.
In hindsight, though, the other two tracks Kendrick drops after this, it's actually a nice little sandwich because. It's just mad,
isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like the little interlude.
Yeah, it was the interlude. Well, that's it. Do you think he was even put in that track because the first half of that song is all like he was praying to God or like praying for forgiveness for his sins because he knew in the next tracks he was just gonna go to flipping hell, man. That's what I said.
Where he's saying he's about to go to a holy war and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Definitely.
Sam, you described it as a war cry, didn't you?
It was though. Okay, do you know what it is? There's so many tracks coming out. I can't remember which track's which. That is like a war cry, bro. When you're on your way to fuck a man up, that's the stuff you start doing. You go, Lord, forgive me, what? You know what he's doing? Where Still Guy comes on the worm and he's like, whoa! No! That's what Kendrick's doing. He's riding the sandworm into battle right now. And if you don't know you're rubbish, you should listen to this podcast.
Produced by Hans Zimmer.
Yeah, trust me. But honestly, it was a weird feeling when I listened to that. Cause I was like, what is he gearing up towards? Do you know what I mean? I was like, it feels like he's gearing up towards something. And I want to say this now, actually, so we can draw a line in the beef. Yeah, this is round 2 now. I thought we didn't have rounds, but if we're being honest, last episode's round 1. This is round 2. So it was a weird warm up to round 2. Sorry.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah. Definitely.
It's like the interlude, though, like we said as well. But I feel like the it's the undertones in it. The way there's this 616 thing and it's got like 10 interpretations, like that's just ridiculous at this point. Like, what the hell? And the other thing about using Jack Antonoff as a producer, so I just think like, what strings is Kendrick pulling to bring all of this together so quickly?
I was surprised how quickly Theo drew up his list. I don't know if Theo's got his list to hand.
Oh yeah, I've got
that. 616.
That list was
That list was
mad. It was mad. Yeah, let me find it. It was just I've never known like a title to have that many references.
Did you type that or did you copy that from someone?
No, I didn't type that. You must be mad. I copied it. I collected it all together and then I managed to just Where is it? I can't even remember.
I don't know if Neil's seen this, but Theo has what I can only describe. This was fairly soon after the beef starting. The most comprehensive list going. OJ dates, this, that, the third Bible verses.
Yeah, I've got it. So it was like 616 and LA meanings. So obviously 616's Tupac's birthday. 616 start of the OJ trial. OJ's glove. 616 Nicole Simpson's funeral. Obviously he killed her and got away with it. 616 is Canadian Father's Day. 616 release date of TV show Euphoria that Drake helped produce. 616 date of 2011 Kendrick show in Toronto. 616 multiple biblical references, and I could go on to a T on that one. And then obviously it refers to Drake's timestamp record, and then it was obviously produced by Taylor Swift's producers as well, which making it Kendrick's own tailor-made freestyle. And then that's it. But did I put the biblical references? There's mad undertones with that title.
I think you said one.
You said one, yeah.
A lot.
Where is it? Oh yeah, here we go. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
616's revelations. They called to the mountains and the rocks, fall on us and hide us from the face of him who sits on the throne and from the wrath of the Lamb. Like, it's just mad. And there's some more as well.
There's also Corinthians 6:16. Do you not know that he who unites himself with a prostitute is the one with her in body?
Crazy.
The two will become one flesh. He's just calling Drake's women hoes.
That's crazy. Oh, no. I've never known anything like it.
My. That's like a 10 tuple.
Pray to the flowers and trees.
10 tuple, 12 tuple entendre. Like, it's gone. It's insane.
Unprecedented. And I also want to point out. Go on.
That song cool, but the song's dead in beef.
That's a diss,
Just saying it as it is. It's true.
On his second podcast, and he's just dropping absolute fire.
You gotta have a Kendrick hater somewhere.
He was the voice of truth. This now he's the devil on your shoulder.
He's dead. I'm sorry. Like in beef, if that day come with them around, I'm like, nah, I'm sorry. Like stick around that now. Like he remember like the other stuff was sick, but this one, Euphoria was such a mountain, such a the lyrics when the intro you can like get into deeper, but this one I'm like, nah, this is not really it for me. It's lackluster. I want to be one from this shit, to be honest. The whole fit with the whole 16 though, that was sick. All those things he listed, I read it. Like I read all the other stuff around it, but
the bars, not
the bars. I know actually when the entertainment and the feel I got from it, I was kind of like,
what did you think of Buried Alive then?
Yeah, I was gonna say
Buried Alive.
It's like Drake's done what Kendrick's done. Like when you said about Charged Up and Back to Back in Reverse, that's sort of like what Drake's done here. Because the Buried Alive thing, I'm sorry, it's pure comedy.
So
it's not even an attempt at a song, is it? It's just the piss take. Sorry, go on. I'm sure Sean was trying to direct a proper question somewhere else, but I just wanted to slide that in.
It's just a parody to me. It's like that. It's funny. It's comedy. It's Drake being Drake. I mentioned he has that humor about him with the memes, and he likes to poke and be fun at people online and being petty, and they don't take shit seriously sometimes. That's just Drake being Drake. You know what I mean? Like we said when he did it with the Chris Brown and him in that video they did together, and they had that break part in the video. He starts dancing, taking the piss. It's just Drake's humor. So I thought it was funny. I didn't take it too seriously. I thought he brought some fun into it. And then he was that perfect setup for the next track, which is about okay. That's right. I enjoyed it. It was like by this like, can you tell me sneakers? You can't take it serious. And everyone does that anyway. Everyone makes jokes of Kendrick and how he does that kind of poetry raps and changes his voice and shit. So it's a known joke that people go with it and taking the piss out of Kendrick. So I think he was just playing on that really. So yeah, I thought it was fun. I liked it. What do you guys think of it?
Yeah, I just found it funny.
Oh, it's hilarious.
I found it funny.
The way
Because I think I listened to it out of order as well. So my experience of that, because I caught up in the morning. I was walking the dog, and I think I listened to Family Matters first because that was on Spotify. And then I remember in the group saying like, "Where's this Buried Alive? I can't find it." And I listened to that next, and found it funny, and then went in to Meet the Grahams, and the juxtaposition between those two tracks just jolted me. When he said "Dear Adonis," I stopped. I literally stopped on the pavement and was like, "What is going on right now?" But I definitely want to ask Theo about that when we get there. But yeah, that was my experience with it all. But family. Let's talk about Family Matters for a bit, because that lasted all of 20 minutes by the
I gotta say, man, I think that might be the peak Drake. Like, I've never heard Drake go so hard before.
Track one, I'm saying there's 3 tracks in there, right? Track 1 is a bit mid, but tracks 2 and 3, oh my!
Track 1 is just that Drake we expect, though, innit? Like, he teased it at the end anyway. Like, we knew it was coming, and it was funny though. Don't take it away from that Day 3 line as well.
That Day 3 line is hilarious, boy.
Every bar is good on that first part.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah.
Day 3. Oh, I was cracking
laughing as well, wasn't it?
Cracking up, man. Honestly, that was hilarious. I thought it was brilliant.
But can we talk about this part 2 and part 3? Because I've been reloading them like
Part
relentlessly.
2, he just went through tracks, he really did. It was so funny because it's the way he said, "All right, yeah, no, I need to stop joking. I'm gonna take it serious now." And boy, did he take it serious! He started going off. I was going like crazy. I was like,
"That's the best drill flow I've ever heard, man." That's
lyrics on the screen, so you can't mistake what a man's trying to tell you. The lyrics are there on the screen, so you have to read it while you're watching it, and you go, "Fuck."
One word at a time as well. Like, it's proper like gunshots in it.
He's serious. This was the first time in a long time where I was like, "Sure, maybe I am a Drake fan."
Trust me.
Because I was like, whoa. For the first time I listened to it, I actually didn't even like clock it properly. I was just like, this is hard. Do you know what I mean? That's what I was saying.
Straight up.
Do you know what my favourite line on the whole song was that made me laugh out loud? Was the start of the part 3 when he says, "Kendrick just opened his mouth, someone go hand him a Grammy right now." I just started laughing, man. I reckon Kendrick found that funny as well. I reckon Kendrick. It's so petty, it's so typical Drake, but that's my favourite.
That third beat, sounds like something Dr. Dre would make.
Dr. Dre energy.
That's one of my favourite beats, man. Oh, it was
and the
amazing.
flow was like
the melodies as well, yo.
And it's like that mafiosi stuff that I love that Drake does. Bro, that was that.
I've had to repeat it so many times, you know that, like, because that's my favorite bit. Part 3, like you said, the flow and the beat. I have to keep going to that beat. It's just perfect, and the way he's just like setting it up, and even the bars. And I know they're savage, but the way he's doing it is just, it's like a chef's kiss. I'm like sitting there like, this is amazing. I'm like,
that was when I realised, sometimes out of a beef you get a classic, and in this beef we've definitely got another classic from Drake. If that part 3 comes out as one track, I will play that every day.
100%.
I don't care what the outcome is.
100%.
That beat is crazy.
Sorry, not to bring it down a peg, but have you? No. It's not a diss. But did you watch the video? Did you watch the video?
Yeah.
Did you see Drake's face at the end though? That looked like a man that was drained. Like that looked like a man that was going through it. I thought his eyes.
He hasn't made music like that in 10 years. Of course, he's
but it looked like
tired.
The darkness.
Of course, he's gonna.
It looked like the darkness was in him at that point. That was the only thing. Was like I was feeling it, but I saw him and I was like, "This can't be good for your health. You don't look right."
I don't know if you watch Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball. You know in Dragon Ball when Master Roshi gets all hench and it takes all his energy. That's what Drake has to do. Where he gets all wham like that. Yeah, it took a lot.
Man loaded the Kamehameha half of that last one.
That's why he looks drained.
That's such a perfect reference, man. That is such a
I like that.
But am I on my own? Did anyone else feel that though? I just felt like this thing is starting to take its toll.
I didn't see that, man. I was just gassed.
I didn't see that.
Oh, I was tired myself. I was like, I'm drained. Like
the thing that I will say is that I was just gonna say the thing is I didn't watch the video until after I heard like Meet the Grahams.
I told you, watch the video, man.
I know the video added the hype, man. Because that's what I watched the video.
I was walking the dog though, innit?
All the jewelry that he has on in the third part, I've never seen that much jewelry in one rap video in my life. That Chinese guy came out with every jewel in Toronto.
You know that's all of Pharrell's chains. That's the set of Pharrell chains that he's bought.
Exactly.
It's
And the
crazy.
reason why that's important because he put in that diss track for Pusha that he would melt down the chains. But that's the first time I think he's taking it back out to show everyone that he had to melt the chains down. So that was quite a point reference because Kendrick came to Pharrell's a precious reference.
And you see there's a 2-pack ring shot
He's
as
got
well.
Michael Jackson's stuff, like Michael Jackson's glove. He's got
all the
stuff.
flossing he's got. Like he's like looking crazy, like a villain.
I don't think we've deep how rich Drake is. You know, I think obviously we know Drake is one of the richest artists out there right now, but to have that much collectibles of artist merch, and stuff is.
He lives in an embassy, doesn't he?
We'll get to that. And some of the things that have been alleged about the embassy. But I'm sorry, at that point, before I played Meet the Greats, I was like, Drake has won.
Sure.
This is it. It's done.
You can't come back from that.
And you see, this is why I sick because you see how I was comparing like the 616, like the reaction to this Stanley Mass, the 616 is so different.
Yeah, it's completely different.
And,
if we're doing comparisons.
And speaking of Euphoria, we were so hyped for Euphoria, we was gassing Euphoria. Like, we were so gassed on Family Matters. And then with fun, like 616, it was, man. So then, after Euphoria, I could say the next one. Sure, do you have anything to say about Family Matters?
Family Matters?
Yeah.
No, I just to echo what you guys said. I was thinking, this is like in terms of battle Drake, this is pretty much peak Drake, probably the hardest we've heard since Back to Back. But I guess I'm just, you know what? I'm struggling to talk about it in isolation because I know what came next, and I know where it's gone to.
You don't even get a chance to have a real reaction to any of it.
But that's why
that's why I was so tired.
No, I understand it now. I understand it now.
I've never had to activate that much of my brain. It's normally, if you listen to one artist's album, you can be like, oh, okay, I can park that off for later. But you're going backwards and forwards between two people going so hard, that's like, you don't even really get to have a real reaction. You have your first reaction, and that's it. That's the only thing you could, because then next you listen to something else, and you compare the something else to the thing before you go, oh, fuck. Do you know what I mean? That's the only way I could describe it.
It was wild because honestly, when that was all going on, I was on such a hype with like Family Matters.
That was the most gas I've ever seen you.
He was talking to himself in the group chat. He was talking to himself for like 3 hours. No one was awake. He was talking for 3 hours to himself.
Honestly, I watched it and was like, this is incredible. Like Drake has absolutely put Kendrick into a corner, and then the whole like. Because I was watching all the reaction, and then everyone's like, Kendrick's dropped though. And I was like, what do you mean Kendrick's dropped? And it's like 20 minutes later, no way he's dropped. I was even laughing because I saw DJ Ack like getting well happy, and he's like, there's no way Kendrick's dropped. And then you just go onto the track. And then honestly, I was on such a hype. And then, when I listen to Meet the Grahams, I've never felt... That's a long... I don't think I've ever had a reaction like that, like, in a long time.
I've never felt that weird before.
Ridiculous.
I felt very weird.
I was shaking.
I was legit shaking.
I was legit shaking. I didn't even think I would be shaking.
I had to go toilet, man. I had to go toilet and listen to that.
You need to be in a safe space. I listened to that in bed, and it made me feel like there was someone else in the room with me, like a presence was in the room. I was like, what the fuck is going on, man? I was like,
my first thought was just be careful what you wish for, because it went to a different level after this, where it was like, oh, this ain't funny anymore. This is I'm just going to ask Theo straight up. Theo, if someone spoke to your boy,
I know,
directed something at your boy in that way and disrespected you in that manner, I mean, I'm not going to ask you what you would do, but just tell me, like, just. Pitch in there, like,
we don't know, man.
But I think that's why I was.
I don't want people to incriminate themselves.
No, I think that's why I was shaking, because I had to stop it straight. It was when it's obviously like Dear Adonis, but it's not even that. It's the way where you said, I wish your grandfather would have wore a condom. I was like, what? Where the hell is this going? I had to stop the track. I was like, where the hell are we going here? And then literally it was legit
end of the first
thinking,
verse when he's like, play this when you're 18.
I know, it was just wild.
Someone's going to bring that up to him in about 10, 15 years' time. when he's old enough to deep
Yeah.
it, and his life is going to be mashed
But
up.
but to answer the question, I don't know what you would. I don't know what I would do, because I don't know how you would feel like to process that someone else is like speaking to your son like that, saying like all these things about you, and like and that's your son, and they're like just trying to put you in this horrible like picture. From there, to be honest, I can't answer. I think a rage would come over to you that is unmanageable. I can't even get my words straight. I don't even know what you would do. I don't think the brain would process right. I think it would just go on instinct, and you would just want to like just take this guy out. I'm not even joking. Literally, you can't have someone talking to your son like that. That's just. I don't
think I've known Drake to be that kind of man. Do you know what I mean? I mean that in the most polite way possible. I don't think Drake is built that way to get angry at things first.
Nah, he definitely is. He's a pettiest motherfucker. He's one of the pettiest guys. He's so sensitive.
Yeah, but sensitive to a degree where he's affected by it. He's not like straight up like punch you in the face like how like.
No, but he's the kind of person that would hire it, innit? I don't want to say too much in it, but
no. Doing leaks of,
he's got connections.
Next diss track.
I think no matter how you built, I think when it comes to family like that, sometimes I feel like it would definitely invoke some kind of like anger or some kind of discontent.
I think as well, like, talking to his parents. Talking to his parents was disgusting.
That's what I mean. That's why it got worse. That's what I was just about to bring up. So he's talking to his son, but for me, the worst bit was when he talks to his mum, and then he's like, take a step. I'm going to say something heavy, and you're saying you'll wish death upon someone's son. Like, I'm sorry, that's when I just lost it, and I was like, this is wild. I'm like, what? Like, you can't be just coming for someone like that. I was so shocked. I was like I said, I'll go back to it.
I think it's the worst things we've ever heard in.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
This is the worst thing we've ever heard in a diss track, though.
It's the most savage thing I've heard.
It's cold.
Everything about it was scary, man. The beat was scary.
The beat was so scary.
Twisted. Why did he produce that, man? Why did he produce that?
How can he show?
I don't think he knew. I reckon that was the throwaway. I reckon that was maybe like one of the options for We Cry Together off Mr. Morale. I reckon it was like, it feels like it's in that kind of realm.
But are you sure?
He maybe sent over the tape and. Yeah.
But he came out and showed how he made it though. After the disc came out.
What?
Did you not see that?
He put up a video of him.
He put up a video how he made it. Yeah,
like,
exactly. So if he's like he knew about, he put how he put the beat together, and this is after Meet the Grahams came out. He put that up.
Hey.
So I think
but when he made it though, are we saying that Kendrick called him up and was like, "Listen, bro, I've got this song here about Drake."
I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that. Yeah, but what I'm saying though, he was like, for him to put out that he made it and show everybody how he made it, like he's just almost like endorsing it. Because you want to, if you weren't happy about it, if you were shocked that, oh God, I didn't realize Kendrick was using this beat to do this, you're not going to put a video out and say, oh look, this is how I made the beat. Are you? Like after the song come out?
He's proud of that, man.
Yeah, he's 100% proud of that beat. That beat is sinister as hell, man. Flipping hell.
Yeah, we know he makes these soundscapes though, innit? So
it's the bass as well. That
could fit into a new Jordan Peele film effortlessly. Just that instrumental straight away.
Oh, the vocals have tainted it.
But yeah, I mean, this is I know it's a kind of, I guess it's an obvious answer at this point, but had the beef gone too far at this point?
Oh, for sure.
The beef was in a fun place up until I heard Meet the Grahams.
I felt sick, I kept messaging the group throughout the whole day, like, I can't shake it off, what I'm feeling. I had to go gym. I still felt awful there.
I wanted the beef to end there. I wanted it to end. I wanted this to be the end.
But how can, if someone releases that, you've got to do something.
Yeah. But then there, like, I feel like as well, because he talks about Drake's alleged girl, that was a bit weak to me. I don't know. I feel like he wasted a verse on that.
But it's the four verses of absolute weirdness.
Yeah, I think the angle was cool, but then, like you guys said, I took a dark turn. I don't know. It's just a bit. It's a bit weird to like. Do I enjoy this, or is this a bit? Because
the thing about the way he's speaking as well, man, it's like not enjoyable hearing someone speak like that at all.
Especially the last verse. You see how the hate. You hear the hate in his tone, like to Drake.
Yeah.
Like you see how it was all like a nice, like sort of calm, but sinister at the same time, sort of tone to obviously Adonis, both parents and the alleged baby girl. But when it got to Drake, you see at that second half of that bit how he just gets more and more angry and the tone just changed. You can just tell it's pure hate. Like, he just does not like this man at all. At all.
So I've seen a lot of people online, content creators, and that try and make this, like, you know how people try and romanticize things, and they're saying, that Kendrick and Drake are like on these opposite spectrums of hip hop, and like Kendrick is doing this because he sees Drake as the villain, like he's the complete antithesis of what hip hop should be, and that like it's almost like they're excusing the things that Kendrick's saying because it's for the greater good. I think that's bullshit. I think just Kendrick does not like him. I think it's. I don't think it's. This is some like cultural thing. It's like I think he does not like this man. Drake said we said it in the last episode. Drake went to that place and all he had to do was name Whitney. And I guess in hindsight, it was always going to get here. If it kept escalating, it was always going to get to this place.
Sent Kendrick over the edge. Even the first ever diss like that. The way he's saying "bum," like that's aggressive. Do you know what I mean?
But that's what I mean. Is like I think it's like Kendrick says it in Euphoria. It's about love and hate.
Yeah, and he
hate the way that you know.
Yeah,
he says a lot on Euphoria. Euphoria is some prophetic track.
That is an iconic bar, though. If I ever hate somebody, that's exactly how I'm going to address it. I hate the way you talk.
He's sampling DMX by saying that, though.
Yeah,
that's that DMX interview. He lists that was a wild interview,
Really?
And do you know what? Kendrick spoke about that in an interview, didn't he? You know that YouTube channel, What's the Dirt, that's doing all these beef breakdowns. He noticed that years ago, Kendrick, I think it might have even been before Control or around that time, they were talking about it in an interview, and Kendrick was saying how he heard all his boys laughing about it on the bus and was like, what are you laughing at? And like, DMX is going off on Drake. And that was like one of the early signs of like something ain't quite right between them, or there's a lack of respect in some way. That could be reaching, but it goes way back, basically.
Why they fell out? Because with every other beef, we have an understanding of why these people have fallen out.
I think they just said the wrong things in the raps, like it really pressed the wrong buttons.
The subliminals have been going on for ages, and Sean was always that guy that like, is this a sneak, this at so and so and blah, and I always just aired it, but now it's like we can't ignore this. Do you know what I mean? Two men are going toe to toe, going into the studio and writing poems for each other every other day. It's absolutely crazy.
It's just a pressure cooker that's been building for years and years and years, and escalated, and then obviously like that kind of triggered it. But I guess the thing for me with Meet the Grahams was it all become very real, and again in my head it was like when it finished, I just thought, be careful what you wish for, because I wanted this for so long. Like Sean 9-10 years ago was like, I need a Drake and Kendrick battle. I just need it, because I always thought it was going to be competition. I didn't think it was anything personal. And then this happened, and I was like, the other thing I wanted to ask you, in fact, I'm not even going to ask. I'm just going to say it. I don't know if I don't see Kendrick the same way.
No,
I don't ever see him the same way ever again.
He's not the guy I thought he was.
I told you, I'm conflicted.
He's
I'm not even going to lie. I'm 100% conflicted. This guy was my favourite artist. Like, preached everything, it was everything. And then this guy is just being this savage on the track. And I don't know. I'm conflicted. I can't lie to you. It's just the way I felt after the track.
Can I ask something?
Yeah, go ahead.
I've got a question. Because I've been listening to Like That again, which is, it sounds so crazy when you listen to it, because it's like, it's what triggers everything in a way. Kendrick says stuff on it. He says, I dissed you, but it went over your head, so I'm going to be more direct now. And that made me think, when did he diss Drake? And it went over his head, because none of us were picking up on it. And then I suddenly remembered the track Rich Spirit. And some of the lyrics on that are he says, if I got to slap a pussy ass M-word, I'm going to make it look sexy. I've got to go hard on a bitch, I'll make it look sexy. And it's like, I feel like that. No, who does that reply to? No, that's sorry, whoops, wrong. I was quoting the wrong bit. Stop playing me before. Sorry, stop playing me before I turn you to a song. I can't fuck with you no more. I'm fasting. I'm just thinking, like, who's that about? I used to think it was about Whitney, to be honest, but it's clearly rapping about another rapper, in it.
Well, it could be double entendre. I mean, this is what I've been feeling for like 10 years now. And
yeah, right. It's like, you keep speculating constantly, but it's because he kept shooting like really vague.
I think because Mr. Morale was so personal and so vulnerable, and there was this clear theme of the therapy and that. I just thought it was all like an internal thing to do with him and his family and whatever. I'd never really considered any other rappers or like the game, because he's been away for so long at this point as well, isn't it? Like there was a 5-year gap, so he felt very much removed from the scene, and it felt like any chance of a battle between Drake and Kendrick was kind of gone at this point. But you could be onto something, you could be.
He said something went over the head. Like I can't remember a diss to Drake or any like inflammatory song other than that one. Since that damn time, and we know
Family Ties. I don't know.
Oh yeah, family ties. No, probably is something.
Historic beef, yeah. But the current situation, is in a place where it got weird. And then the next track Kendrick dropped was like, this is very bipolar. And he did say in one of the tracks he's bipolar and he chooses to
he did say that. Yeah, he did.
Because Not Like Us is actually a kind of low-key a club banger. I don't know how you
feel.
I
don't think that's low-key.
It's a banger.
And I think it was a chess move as well.
I can't stop playing that song.
You saw that Rick Ross yacht party?
Trust me. I think that's the banger of the. That's the banger of the beef. Honestly, it makes me want a crip walk. Man.
I was going to say, I think it was a chess move. I thought it was a big chess move to drop it when he did, like in time for people, like before they go to their parties and out to the club. Like he had to get that out at that time, get it in people's heads, and then. I've seen some of the videos. I can't imagine what it's like if you're on TikTok and X and all that. But I've seen a few things, and the clubs are popping off to this song as well.
And he did a cheat code with the song. He just repeated the same sentence over and over again, and that's how you make an absolute bang. People start chanting that straight away because it's like, they not like us. They not like us.
Well, the delivery is crazy as well.
Exactly. It's that E40 sound.
Yeah. The delivery is mad. That double time flow.
He sounds like E40 as well in the beginning when he starts talking like.
I'm saying he needs to give E40 money for that flow, That's way too similar.
The one thing that Kendrick's missing out on here is he hasn't done a single video, whereas Drake has done a very good video.
Don't need to. Don't need to.
There needs to be Not Like Us video. There has to be.
The Instagrams, that's a video for you. You can make a collage and all those videos.
I reckon we might get that. The Not Like Us. I think that could get a video.
Yeah, man.
So. It's likely, yeah. That's a single that could be on his album, man. Artistic.
But this is what I want from Kendrick. Like, Vic is great at giving us the well-packaged dishes or any kind of song. Kendrick at times for me can't do that. But this one right there, oh shit, this is everything. This is his best I've heard like as a diss track. And I think probably one of his best kind of like club or kind of commercial records, like in terms of for a party. I haven't heard anything back like this. And a lot of people like this might have been I love bad bitches in my fucking private. I think that was the love kind of like clubby type of shit that I remember him being crazy in. But this one right here, Not Like Us, man, that OV bit.
That was something else.
Yeah, man. I was like, he's smart. He's smart with that. I can see something done right now in the clubs.
100%.
Fuck the clubs. TikTok, Instagram, the clubs all doing it. Like, all the fans doing it. I'll run it since. He just made it for everyone. Made it for the masses, man.
But I did say, if I was Drake, I'd want to kill Kendrick after hearing that track, No, Jeez. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, because after hearing Meet the Grahams and then this, you'd feel like someone is dancing on a grave they've built.
Yeah, 100%.
Like you haven't even walked yourself into it yet. Like he's crip walking over your grave. No,
that's what everybody was saying as well. Because you're not wrong.
The worst part is in a beef, everyone agrees that you go track for track, and in this case, Kendrick went.
In this one,
Kendrick went and
savage.
He burnt your village down, and then after he burnt your village down, he then proceeded to drop a nuclear bomb to make sure nothing could ever grow there again.
It was a nuke, man.
I don't know what. This is unprecedented. It's just like you kill someone and you shoot them in the head to make sure they're doubly dead. It doesn't make any sense.
And we've been wanting that hit 'em up vibe from Kendrick, and I feel like this track carries the energy
100%,
for sure.
Because there was some notable bars on there that it just catchy as hell, but everyone's just like, and everyone's gonna be singing A minor.
The A minor one is
ridiculous.
There's 3 artists in this track that are absolutely crazy. The A minor, the They Not Like Us, the what.
Oh, the what. I can't say that.
He did a good thing, and the thing is, with back to back, there's only one quotable, which is the "shout to my boss bitches, wife and niggas," which was an absolute great bar, but that was the only bit. This song, you have to play it all the way through because
they don't run through it back to back.
Don't step on that.
And they had the trigger fingers turn the Twitter fingers. Yeah,
exactly.
This is on the level of back to back, though. Let's be real.
Yeah,
I know it's just dropped, but this is.
This is better than back to back because of the stage we're at in the beef. Because it's like, is Kendrick going to just start dropping more songs like this now? Like songs that are just party vibes playing in the club. Like, is he going to do a Drake back to him?
I think the reason why this was so sick as well is because obviously, like Daz was just saying, echoing that, you didn't let Drake's, this can't breathe. He was like, fuck it. I don't give a fuck about that. I'm going to hit you with another one. And we don't really expect this kind of sound from Kendrick, really. I've never heard him rap like this, like on this kind of beat ever. So I think they wanted to do to make to try something new, and it hit the way it hit. It's just like it's like a triple KO. It's like fuck it. So the bars, the party vibe, and it's just good. The content is good the whole way through. Yeah, it was perfect. You can't. There's no slide to it.
Do you know what? Musically, look, Kendrick delivered like he always does. On an artistic level, he's proved that with this beef. Just like the rest of his career. But as a human being, I feel like he's regressed, man. I feel like he's regressed as a human being. I'm thinking to myself, how can someone in their late 20s make To Pimp a Butterfly, and now they're in their like mid to late 40s, kids, all this stuff, makes an album like Mr. Morale. And you're on this kind of vibe. Like, if I'm like approaching 40, I do not want this energy. Do you know? Like,
I agree.
Why do you want this?
But Sean, he's made legends like that. I just remember the bar that just keeps getting me. It's too much.
But at what cost? And this is the thing: is like this is what I come back to. Is like when I heard that, not to bring it back, but to hear that Meet the Grahams and to hear him address a child and all this, it's like it gets really real at that point. Really real.
Yeah.
Like this could mess people up.
100%.
And it's like it's proper. It's going to impact the kids, the families involved. We're already seeing like the news today that allegedly someone in Drake's camp's been shot in a suspected drive-by.
Drake's whole mansion's been shot up apparently.
So it's like because of where that house is, it doesn't make sense for someone to be able to get that close to the house. I don't really understand that. It's got massive
long
gates
distance,
and a big
isn't it?
wall.
And this is why I wanted to ask everyone, like, is this good for hip-hop? Because again, I'm hearing a lot of people online, grown men as well, that just seem to hate Drake really, and they're just like enjoying this moment, which to me is just what it's like corny as fuck.
I don't hate that. I want to put that on the record. I don't hate.
No, but some people really do.
I'm disappointed in the music Drake's been making recently.
I agree.
I do not dislike Drake. Every single Drake album, I've found something to like in that album, despite having to really search for it. But the people that are Drake haters, they're loving this because Kendrick to them is like he's the golden boy, right? But it's like. You can't be a Drake hater and be honest with yourself because everyone likes.
But Sam, people are flipping this narrative. They're flipping the narrative, and they're jumping on this bandwagon where it's like, let's I'm a Kendrick fan, right? But other than the whole "you've got another child" thing, which may or may not be true, Kendrick hasn't revealed. There's no revelations here. He's just saying like how some people in the culture feel, or like alluding to some of the rumors. So it's like, it took you for Kendrick to diss Drake to now be on this bandwagon. Like you weren't saying anything about the potential grooming shit or any of the other stuff.
I did find the Millie Bobby Brown thing weird when I heard it. I did hear that live.
We do sometimes make the comment. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I know we do, but I'm saying like generally, there's all these like big names out there that suddenly have a lot to say, and they're spreading all this hate and this, and I'm hearing things like, this is glorious and all this. It's like, no, hang on a minute, this is real.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, this is really
it became real, innit? Someone's in a hospital right now.
Yeah. So and they're not.
Why did you
really like
word of the podcast. That's what Sean said. The word of today is allegedly.
No, it is
allegedly.
This is Is it alleged? What?
No, it is. 'Cause
No.
I
I'm referring to
it.
other things. Other things.
I think that the security guards in the hospital right now,
Yeah.
man. That's not alleged.
Yeah, there's some news and everything.
Yeah, it was
but
on the news. Yeah.
I think to add to what you're saying, Sean, I think that's just the price of being the number one person in life, and
That's true.
being like the head of like when the masses or the haters get a whiff of any kind of anything, whether it's real or fake, it becomes a witch hunt, and then then it's like a snowball effect,
Yeah.
and it gets bigger and bigger out of control. We've seen it with, like all the big people that had been called guilty, or people that have been innocent. Michael Jackson, for example. You see it with who is it? What's his name? Martha Jordan, like Serena Williams, like people that are big in their field, like in the public eye, they want to tear them down. You know what I'm saying? Like no matter if you're good or bad politician, you'll find anything, and then they'll just attack to it. And then fans are just so unhinged on them. They easily get like influenced and think they know these people and want to like ride and die for them and all that kind of shit. And it's just a bit ridiculous. It's taking it a bit too far. And I think this will have this. And then had an incident, I think, with Tupac and Biggie kind of ended up the way it was because the media played on this whole beef.
Yeah.
But then the people on East Coast and West Coast really took it that level and just thought, yeah, like this is some real shit, blah blah blah. And they don't really know these fuckers, and they try to ride up for.
This is what I'm about.
I don't know what.
For some people, this beef, obviously for us, it's a very interesting moment in our lives. But for some people, this beef is the only thing that's gone on in their life this year, the last 3. Do you know what I mean? Some people have nothing going on outside of music and all that kind of stuff. They go to work, they come home, they watch Netflix, or they listen to their music, they smoke weed with their boys, and that's it. Their life is trash. So when things like this happen, they're so excited because they've got nothing else to care about. And a lot of these people have now become famous. Fantano, DJ Academics, all those kind of people that were lames, you know, in the wider scope of things. The internet's giving these people a platform to incite more hate or, you know, incite violence and not have a conscience. Now, obviously, for me, do I want to see this go violent? No, it should never go violent. Do I want to see this continue as long as possible? Yeah. It gives us content for the podcast. It's easy and it's very, very entertaining to watch, right?
Yeah.
But at the moment, the stage we've reached, it seems like Drake has finished the beef for himself. Like he's like, I'm not replying to this anymore. He's tried to cast doubt on things. But the stage we're at now, it's like, okay, someone's been shot, not allegedly, factually, someone's been shot in Drake's camp. What is going on there? Who set that
exactly
up? Is that to do with Kendrick, or is that just an excited fan?
But you got I just realized, guys, we didn't even speak about that Drake response. Because in
I
that
was just
response,
about to bring it back to that.
He says some disgusting stuff about Whitney to the point like you'd be.
But I don't think the person that's doing all this stuff is Kendrick related. I think this is a fan.
Yeah, this is definitely a fan.
This is someone who's.
But it's gonna get blamed for Kendrick, isn't it? Because it's like this is what Kendrick's music is inciting. I'm not saying Kendrick himself's inciting it. Maybe he is, but. The music is
I think we've got to put a bit of like, and again, I'm a big Kendrick fan, but we've got to put some responsibility on him here. Like he's put the music out. Made, especially to someone that takes pride on you know, writing his own bars and, you know, a lot of pride in his own pen. You know, you're saying some things here that could have really sort of dire consequences, and that are having, in my opinion, are having more of a negative impact than a positive impact on hip hop. Personally, I think, you know, if they were younger, I would not condone's the wrong word. I would understand it a bit more.
These are grown men, kids, wives, families. You know what I mean? Like,
it's just, why do you want this energy? That's just how I feel. Is why do you want this energy? But we don't know. There could be things that have happened behind the scenes. You know, there's all sorts of things that could play into this. But to bring it to what you were saying, Kieran, about Drake's sort of response to the last track that we've had in this, which was The Heart Part 6. I mean, to me, it sounds like the consensus is people don't feel like it's a very good response. They feel like Drake's won at this point.
Nah, honestly, people are saying that The Heart Part 6 is fantastic. And I asked one guy at work, I said, do you even know about the Heart Part series? He said, what? I said, this is exactly why you guys shouldn't be involved in this beef. Because you don't know what's really going on.
He didn't even know the Heart Part series? What?
No. And I said, so Kendrick first overstepped the line with the 616 in LA, right? Mocking Drake's time and place thing. But for Drake to come through and stop the Heart Part series for Kendrick,
that's the best bit about it for Drake on Drake's part.
100%.
He's kind of like stunted a series.
But I think the actual like the wider fan base that's saying Drake has won has heard Family Matters, the Heart Part 6, like that, and possibly if they're really locked into the beef, Not Like Us, which is all the hit poppy tracks. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So for the people that are like really, really into the beef, I think we're at a weird stalemate now.
Yeah, well, I think with this, especially this recent news, I mean, like I say, if this shooting is in any way connected to this situation, I don't mean like directly to Kendrick, but I think if it is, like, even if like I can't remember, I think maybe Neil said it, if it's like a crazy fan or something like that, it just needs to stop now. They need to cool off, just go on about their own business. I mean, to talk about the track, the Heart Part 6, Drake sounded how I thought he looked at the end of Family Matters. He sounded like someone that is like,
man.
I am in a dark place. I am drained. I need to be done with this. And you know, this is the other thing as well, where I think that a lot of Drake haters are coming out of the woodwork. And I don't really like that word because it gets overused. I mean it in a very literal sense. I think there are people out there that just want to see him fall. They are latching onto things that he said. Like, let's talk about the response he had to the little bit of a trigger warning here, the sort of the paedophilia allegations and stuff about the embassy and all that, right? Look, there have been some things either in his lyrics or like old clips and whatnot that are sus and are inappropriate, and you know. But to me, in my opinion, there's no hard evidence that he is a groomer or a predator, let alone that disgusting word that he's being called. The response to it on that track weren't a good look.
Say the word into the microphone, please, Sean.
Listen, it's going to come up. I've already said it.
Please just say it again, please.
You know what I mean. Oh, stop it, man. Stop it. I'll say nonce. There you go.
Oi, British slang. We love it.
No. So where was I? Yeah, so Drake's response to that, I think we all know what I'm alluding to, the whole thing, like how, you know, I'm too famous, like they'd have caught me by now. That, you know, that's not a good look.
It's
but that's
the most ridiculous thing, man.
It's a terrible response, but it doesn't mean
he did it. Like, it's what you say in court, man.
People are scared. Do you know what I mean? People don't want to do that because they go, oh, that person's really rich. They're going to bury me in court. Da, 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 da. So that response to me is like, it's not an admission of guilt, but it's definitely a very, do you know what I mean? If anyone in this group was to be called something like that, yeah, the energy you would give back to someone would let them know that you're not on that type of business. But to say, I'm too rich and where's the proof is not, that's not the response.
It's a tone deaf, very much like removed from everyday society response. But to me, it's not incriminating. He just messed up. But people are running with that. They're saying, oh, that's what R. Kelly said. That's what Bill Cosby, you know, they're saying all these names. It's like, hold on a minute. And that's the thing is like, put aside the whole like addressing his son and all this sort of stuff. You know, I can't really relate as I'm not a father, but if you were to call me even a groomer or a predator, and I know that to not be true, I'm not sure how I would react, and I'll just leave it at that. I don't know how I would react. So Drake is like going through it, and he's going to be flustered, and he's going to make mistakes. And I'm not trying to like
relax though.
Condone what he's doing, but it's just like I don't think it's incriminating is what I'm saying. People need to relax a little bit because this is a man's reputation at the end of the day, and if he hasn't done these things, if he isn't these things, then this is messed up.
What did we learn from Cole as well? Like, people pressuring an artist to respond as soon as possible. Of course they're gonna make mistakes, and like Cole's diss wasn't even that bad. I listened to it in hindsight. It's like, it's actually kind of fun. Like Neil said, you know, it's actually it's good vibes compared to this whole beef, man.
J. Cole won the beef.
Yeah, everyone online saying that. There's one consensus here, and everyone's saying that J. Cole has won. J. Cole has won.
Yes, J. Cole drank the word
Neil,
poison.
since we spoke last week, man. That album's hard, you know. I can't lie, man. I've been banging that album.
I swear, like, the J. Cole hate was crazy because I think when you're obviously when in the music industry, you hear like so much behind the scene, and he must have got a witch on both sides. Like, yo, I'm good. Like, can you tell how much as we see that their families are getting put into this thing and these guys are innocent, like people, like they have their own lives, and they're now talking topics for everyone to talk about, laugh about, and villainize. So I think he did the right decision for his piece and for his family.
I don't think
100%.
J. Cole has it.
100%.
100%.
I think J. Cole could just be
If I'm buying-
insulted on his quality of his stuff. I don't think J. Cole's got dirt.
I think they're paying for it. I guarantee. I think it does. Like,
No, I mean, no one's got dirt on J. Cole. I don't think J. Cole has
No,
any
he's
dirt.
just like
No,
an average Joe,
but the
isn't
thing
he?
is- But the thing is, I've noticed with rap beats, you don't need to have dirt. You can just use anything. And like, I don't think Drake's a pedophile. I think Kendrick just threw that out there because it was already out there in the ether. Because people make jokes about him.
He played the game.
So he was just doing that. I don't think he's a pedophile. So I feel like when it comes to rap beats, you can say them all. Like even with Tupac, I don't think Tupac fucked Faith Evans. I think he just said it just to kind of get a reaction and get kind of being like, oh yeah, this and that. So I feel like if you're being on, you can say the most darndest thing and you fucked an alien in the sheet in one night. Like you can say some fucked up shit and then if it works, it lands. But I just think with J. Cole, I think it's still like a bit. A few steps ahead was like, this is not worth my career, my family, or what I got going on. This is just not worth it. In that sense, so I think he made the right decision, and I'm happy people are seeing it now. Because the only thing I said to you, I would say is the only thing I hated was the apology was a bit too long-winded. But apart from that, I stick by every decision that he made, man. And 6-minute draw for me is still fucking great, man.
It's great. I love it. It's one of his best tracks in a while.
I think we said as well, like how we felt like the apology was brave and progressive. Especially you look now about like at the end of the day, what did Cole say in his song? Pride is the devil, and pride is playing a big part in this beef between Kendrick and Drake. Egos are on fire, I think. But yeah, look, listen, to kind of just go back to what I was saying. Listen, like, there are problematic things in Drake's lyrics, particularly in recent years. Yeah, and I think I don't know if I've said it on the pod. I've said it to you guys. Like, I don't really sit with Drake's more recent music anymore because I just don't like some of the stuff he says is just off to me. I won't go too far into that. Again, I don't want to seem like I'm like. I mean, that's a weird one. I'm talking more like we'll get to it. Like
Slime
the way
you out,
about,
those kind of like slimy ones, isn't it?
It's just the things like the Rihanna situation, Meg Thee Stallion. There's other things where it's like really, but I didn't need Kendrick Lamar to tell me that. Do you know what I mean? I didn't need Kendrick to, and now everyone's like really jumping on it. And that's the bit that's just a bit shit to me. Time will tell whether some of these. I think there's a mixture of truth and fabrication within both of what they're saying to each other. And time will tell. Maybe we'll never know certain things. My thing is, I hope that it's bullshit. Because if it's true, all the let's say all the things that Kendrick's saying about Drake that's a lot of pain and a lot of people that have gone through some fucked up shit. So I really hope it's not true. Then at the same time, it's like there's this artist that I really respect that's like made up these really tasteless allegations and then there's just no real good outcome from this, man. That's the thing. That's how I feel about it.
But I like
really
what you said,
outcome.
Sean, about it's like that lesson of you shouldn't have a pedestal for these people. Like they're not like role models, really. Like they've achieved great things, but to put them and idolize them is crazy. Like J. Cole said it on False Prophets too. J. Cole is tapped in, he spoke a lot of truth about this whole kind of toxicity. I was saying it was toxic last week too. It got fucked.
Yeah. Well, I mean, to kind of because I can't remember. Did I say that in the group? I basically said that like this situation is the nail in the coffin for me, where like no one is worth worshipping. No one.
No,
like, we don't
not.
know these people.
Oh,
and it kind of
100%.
started with. For me, it started with the likes of like the Kanye thing. Sort of the beginning of 2022 was where I really started looking back on things and noticing, and then obviously. By the end of that year, it was gone for me. And then there was, there's other things like, what else did I say?
Man said Paul Atreides.
Paul Atreides. That is a lesson you've got to learn from. No one's a messiah. But there's many things. But like looking at this now, Kendrick and we know this in his music, and that's why we respect it. He's a flawed human being like we all are, and I've not always agreed with all of his decisions. And I remember saying way back when we did the morale review, I didn't like Kodak being on there. Kendrick, it's not like Kendrick's was this like saint, and now
but that's
he's
the
like
hypocrisy
turned
of this
thing.
whole
Can I dive
thing.
into
There's
it
so
quickly?
it is. It's true.
Let me dive into this quickly, right? So Future, very well known as being a deadbeat dad, a misogynistic, toxic human, right? All the things I like about Future are the things that are bad about him. I'm sorry to say it like that, right? Kodak Black, all of what he's had going on, All of what he's had going on was featured on his album, blah, 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 all that kind of stuff. And now I want to try and piece together this image here where Kendrick has aligned himself with people that are exactly what he's calling Drake out for.
Yeah, so out.
So what do you know what I mean? You know that whole idea of you are your brother's keeper, you are the company you keep. Even where this started was with a Future track, and his Future not all the things that he is now saying Drake is. I'm very, very
10 times worse.
Yeah, this is what I'm trying to say when I'm saying like what was I was saying earlier about oh god, I'm losing track now. But basically, I know what you mean. Is like because Kendrick also made the quite controversial comments about R. Kelly's music being taken down and things like that, and I don't know where I'm going with this, but I guess the point I'm trying to make is people are making out Kendrick to be this savior. It's like, there we go. That was the other one, Kieran. Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, that album. Again, Kendrick literally told us, I am not your savior.
We didn't listen.
He literally told us, I'm not a good person. And people were still like, he's the savior of hip hop. He represents the culture and all this. It's like, no. Like, he's flawed. Drake's flawed. Kendrick's flawed. They don't like each other. Kendrick clearly doesn't like Drake maybe more than Drake doesn't like him, and let's not pit them against each other. Like Drake is this evil person and Kendrick's like this beam of light that had to like make this tough decision to get rid of the devil that is Drake. It's not like that. They're both flawed. But yeah, I'll leave it there. I might start getting a bit too.
But they are both both flawed though, because there was one thing about like going back to the Heart Part 6 about Drake's what Drake said, which actually. Like I watch content creators. Shout out to John Denton. It's a good point because honestly, Drake is. I don't know. It's a bit bad. So he really made a misstep with this lyric where he was talking about Kendrick being molested because the Mother I Sober bar where he got that completely and utterly wrong.
Got that wrong.
But then in the context of getting that wrong, you think about all the people that have been molested, and yet he's almost like. Throwing that as like a jab, like you got molested and all this trauma is haunting you. Like imagine all the people who have got molested and are listening to like that. Like he's making like fun of a very serious topic, and that's like really toxic to be in a place that you're doing that when you completely got the whole idea of the moral of the song completely wrong, and yet you're just throwing it out there. So now people all that who have survived that are just listening to that, and it's just a bit mad. Really, I just thought it gets into a dark place.
I don't know if I saw it as Drake making fun.
No, but
I don't know if I interpreted it as that. I think I'm more like I think he definitely like misinterpreted the song, and that's why that track just felt a little bit flustered to me, a bit defensive, trying to like sort of dispel a few things, but not like kind of missing the mark, being a bit tone deaf. I feel like with that one, it was more just. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. I felt like Drake was kind of saying the reason why you're obsessed with accusing me of being, a paedophile and whatnot is because you're like taking out your trauma on me. Like that's the way I took it.
I got a psychoanalysis angle as opposed to mocking. I see what. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah,
like he wasn't really laughing while saying it. It was just analysing.
It's still distasteful. It's still distasteful and misadvised. I mean, I don't like. Again, there's always the question of like how much of this is Drake writing himself? How much are other people involved?
I think Drake wrote the Heart Part 6 himself. That's why it's so flawed.
You think? Whoa.
What did you say, Sam?
I think Drake wrote the Heart Part 6. That's why it's so flawed. He didn't have no one check his work. That's why it's all over the place.
We're not doing that.
It does sound less refined than the other stuff, to be honest.
No one proofread it, so
I don't think it's because of that, though.
Let's go back. You guys were all saying how was it Meet the Grahams, how dark it was and how Kendrick was really going through it. Like he was really in the mud. Like he was going like to the bottomless pit. So I think to me this track's very reactive to that.
Yeah.
It brought Drake out of his character, so that's why it may not be as polished as Sam as you may want. But he definitely had some bars in there. But I feel like I feel like he's not good at playing defensive. I feel like he's better when he's on the attack. In my opinion, and I feel like him reacting because of that songs that.
This is kind of like
Grades was so crazy. I feel like he really had to realize this feels like as well when the pedophile gets put in your name, especially when you're a big celebrity. It's especially like a defamation kind of statement.
You never get rid of it.
Yeah, 100%.
No, you
You never get
don't.
rid of it.
So he knows to say something, but at the same time, he's like, no matter, I don't know, maybe no matter what I say, it may not think, but I can't say nothing. I got to do something about it because I can't be no bitch out of here. So yeah, it's a hard place to kind of come back from. I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Kendrick just got him in it. He got him with
Yeah.
the 1-2 punch of Meet the Grahams and Not Like Us, and like I completely agree. I think it was reactive and he was flustered and people saying it was a white flag. I don't think it was a white flag moment. I think it was still, he still tried to come back with something just as good. But
I don't
think
know if he came
it's
back
more
with a
like
real-
it's now
real
like for me.
diss, though.
It needs to stop now. Now it needs to stop.
I don't think he's
That's
come out with
how
a
I
real
feel.
diss. It's like I said earlier. I think this is Drake's closer. He's like, I'm done with this. This is gone,
Yeah, I'm
not gone
tired.
too far. This is gonna go too far. Let's call it a day. And do you know what's funny? I actually see in the future somehow these two are gonna collab.
I see it as well because
don't know if
I hope so.
yeah,
I hope so. But
even
can
think
you-
about it. At the end of that track that Drake released, he says, "I actually like that song, the Not Like Us one." It's so funny, man. Even Drake likes it.
But you know what's funny?
He does.
With this whole beef, that's what I wanted. I wanted them to come at the end and just be like, "Go put a patch to it and just collab and just go." That's what I wanted from this beef. But can you really see him coming back when Kendrick went to a place where he went so he went to hell and back, literally, to, like saying that about Drake. Can you?
No,
actually
man, he didn't come back from hell, man. He
No,
was
no,
in
bro,
hell
that's
still.
what- but can
We
you
just
actually,
liked it.
Can you actually see Drake being like, "Nah, I'll be cool with you," like calling someone all
I
of that?
wouldn't.
Like, I know I
I've
would.
got to be honest, I wouldn't.
100%.
I
Like, I
think
would.
so.
What happens?
I think so.
don't
Not
know,
straight
like-
away,
like,
but I think
if
so.
anything-
Speaking to
sticks,
your
it
son
sticks,
like
but I
that, and
don't
your
think
mum
it's
like
sticking.
that, I don't know, man. Oi, family, God,
Nope.
jeez. I don't know if
Yeah.
I'll watch it.
I might be immature, but no.
Yeah. Well, I think the only reason why this rap beef may stop is just because of the shooting and
I
because of
think
the
so.
spray painting and the spray paint of the OVS of London. I think that was completely. We talk about the spray painting thing, but
That is
that was
we're
whack as
so
well,
far
like,
removed from it as
that
well.
was
For someone to go
stupid.
Yeah,
do that
that
is
was dumb.
such
dumb.
a sideman activity.
Yeah, that's sad.
Yeah, like you get no close to that. That wasn't cool. That wasn't funny. Yeah, I'm just teed off by that. I think those two events may stop it because, like Jay-Z's mom said, he wanted him to stop the beef with Nas because at the time, the death of those two iconic figures happened, and she saw her son in a situation where she's, is it worth this? And I think this is sadly going to turn into because now the media going to run with this whole shooting thing. They're going to run like whether it's related or not. The YouTubers, the journalists, they're going to make this into this whole beef between Kendrick and Drake aspiring into someone potentially getting killed. And that's a sad thing about it because it just ruins the whole sport of rapping and hip hop. So
And people die in hip hop a lot.
Far
you
too
know,
much.
it's
Yeah, they do.
crazy.
The last
For
one
way
for
less.
me was Pop Smoke. When they got Pop Smoke, I said, "Why, bro? He
Take
barely
off
even started."
XXX. There's a lot of people that get shot.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
not even talking about the drug overdoses.
Nipsey Hussle, sorry.
Nipsey Hussle was
Yeah,
not
man.
trying to
Yeah.
do anything bad to anybody
I know.
ever.
Literally,
Wild.
man, that guy was too
He was
good.
on the best
Yeah.
vibes possible, trying to build up the hood, and one guy
Yeah.
was hopped up on whatever the fuck he's hopped up on, just went in and finished him. Like in this
Yeah.
case, I want to ask everyone this question in kind of like a everyone have a go at it, and we'll close the podcast off. I don't want to see any beef go physical. I enjoy it when it's pen to paper, bar for bar, bit of beef. It's funny, like WWE style. But the second people start getting hurt or real personal details come out, that's when my enjoyment stops. And in this case, maybe I was enjoying it a bit too much, and that was that kind of animalistic Rome Colosseum type of vibes, gladiator in me, that weird human brain where you want to see people get bloodied up a bit. But the second I heard Meet the Grahams, my whole vibe for this beef was gone. I was like, I don't like this anymore. And then hearing Drake where he's at now, I think I'm at where Drake is at with the beef, where it's like, this is done. Let's call it a day. Well done. You're going to get a lot more streams on your album now because people are going to be hoping that you address me. And I hope that Kendrick doesn't do that. I hope Kendrick just drops whatever album he had ready, and calls it a day. And I want to pass that same question around to everybody. How do we feel about the beef where it's at now?
I feel like the way I feel about it is if we're talking about in terms of entertainment and on I guess a big part of hip hop culture is the battle, and there's been many beefs throughout time that are kind of revered. I think in that sense we've probably just witnessed the greatest of all time.
I was about to say
Like,
that
really,
as well. It was insane.
from that point, and I think it has. If we're talking about entertainment, it's brought life into mainstream hip hop, which has been a bit lackluster for some time now, I think. But from a moral standpoint, like I say, I think it's bad, and I think it's regressive. I don't think it's this holy war that some people are trying to make out, and that, like I say, that they're on these two different spectrums. I think it's got messy. It's going to a place which is really dark and is beyond the music, and could mess up a lot of people that mean something to these individuals in their lives as well going forward. So I hope that the learning from it is that, like, I would love them to reconcile later down the line, and it's kind of like a case study of like, this is where we don't go going forward. We've kind of like grown beyond this. But yeah, like some of the things that have been said, I kind of agree with Theo. It's just too far, man. Like personally, I couldn't get over some of these things that have been said. So yeah, I'm feeling kind of deflated by it all, if I'm honest. I hope now they just kind of, I don't really want to listen to them for a little while. I hope they go quiet for a bit, and we just and we move on, and hopefully I pray that they can figure it out, and we get a collab, or not even a collab. I just want there to be peace. But so that's my perspective.
Theo?
Yeah, I'm kind of done with it myself as well. Actually, there's I don't know. I'm conflicted because Meet the Grahams, like, just, I don't know, mucked up my mind a bit, man, because that's where my entertainment dropped as well. Like, shaking about that because some of the content that's on there was just a bit wild for me, and it did take the fun out of it. Because say for example, that's because it's alleged and it comes out that it's not true, and then Drake's got to live with that for the rest of his life. And then it's the addressing Adonis, man. Like, Adonis now has to grow up, and yet what people are going to do when he's 18, sit down and play that track. Like, having someone talk about your dad like that, it's just a bit wild. It got to a place where it just got a bit too far. So it did take the enjoyment out of me. But then obviously I listened to Not Like Us, and obviously it was a bop, and I'm trying to tell myself, I don't want this enjoyment, but I'm not going to lie to you, I've been bumping that song way too much. It bumps in the whip. It just, so it was getting the excitement back, and then Drake obviously dropped, and I'm like, oh God, he sounds a bit tired. And then I was thinking, Kendrick might drop this morning. So there was a bit of me still like, oh yeah, might be interested in wanting more. But I think on a moral standpoint, no, I think it's got to be done, because I don't want people getting hurt. As soon as it gets violent, we need to shut it off. We don't want a repeat of what's happened in the past. I think we need to learn from the past and be better for the future. So it just needs to be done now, really.
For sure.
Don't want one of them getting
I'm
killed.
saving Neil till last, because Neil's initial response to this was, this is where I wanted to see it go, So I think Neil's going to have a lot more of a longer answer. So Kieran, give us your kind of feelings of where the beef's at right now. And that kind of thing.
It's like, we said a couple of these things already, but like, I feel like J. Cole drank that worm's poison. He was feeling sick in his stomach, and I feel sick in my stomach as well. Like, that Meet the Grahams, definitely. Then the hype kind of like, it starts to bring you out, but you're conflicted, like Kendrick always says. And then the Drake response, it reminds you again, hold on, this is disgusting. And Drake's gone as disgusting as Meet the Grahams in his one as well. The stuff he was saying about Whitney just made me feel sick. Like, it was, if someone said that about my other half, like, I'd be vexed, like, differently. Like, so vexed. And I think it was, because it was like sensory overload. And when Drake dropped his one, was it on Sunday morning? I was just feeling like I'm feeling traumatized at this point. Like, we've had like 3-4 mornings in a row where I can't even, like, I sometimes wake up early and it's like I just look at my phone. I can't go back to sleep when that's happened, man. I'm listening to like some nasty, evil shit in bed when I'm trying to like should be sleeping. Like, it's not right for us, man. We don't live in America like that. It's not. We're not made for this. And I just, I feel really sick. Like, even talking about it, actually. But at the same time, it's crazy because I feel like Not Like Us could be one of Kendrick's best songs. Like if someone put that in his top 5 songs ever, I wouldn't be like batting an eyelid. He's made a club banger. He's flowing crazy. The lyrics are like layered. It's insane. And same with Drake. Like I said, I actually think that might be Drake's best song. I know it's a weird track because it's like 3 parts and stuff, but man, like that's insane. I didn't know drill sounded like that. So like I can't like that flow he came on. But they're the positives. I don't want to focus too much on the negatives because there's some good things in it. But I'm glad that we're sensitive enough to appreciate that. Like,
For sure.
There's darkness in this. It's not just like people having fun. There's some disgusting things in this.
What about you, Neil? Because I feel like Neil's got the best of both, right? We're in our weird journalistic kind of reviewing bag, but like Neil is a pure fan of the craft, and he's been dragged into our world of being on the podcast. So I want to hear what Neil's view on things is.
No, I've enjoyed it 100%. I think a roller coaster of emotions from start to now. The waiting for both guys to respond was like getting all geared up inside. Like, what's going to happen? Hurry up. And then once that kind of stopped, it was just literally just, as that weekend just gone, it was just, man, like Kiri said, it was exhausting after a while, but it was still just what I wanted. I had time to sink my teeth in, my mind into, and open my ears and really take it in. So I loved all that. We had some great records from this. Euphoria. So first of all, I don't think we've seen Kendrick actually be in a battle with another rapper.
It's the first time we've heard him this.
Yeah. So that was nice to see. Like, we've seen what Drake can do, but see what Kendrick did. I was like, oh shit, okay. Like, we know that he came from that kind of battle rap when he was like the underground hammer guy, but to see him do it at this level against the biggest artists in the world, essentially, maybe, is amazing. So we've got Euphoria, obviously. We've got Push Ups, Not Like Us, and then the others could be up to people's opinions. But then rap beef is right now. I think that I honestly think it's not even because of Timing Matters. My only thing is just because of the instance that's happened. Because now Drake's got a case, like he's got a case now. Like the government will put something on him or do some kind of investigation, and he's got to deal with that now because it's on outside of the state. And because it's such a public beef, they're gonna just go through it with a fire cone and to make it more than what it is. So it's just a shame for that instance. I would have liked another round. I'm not gonna lie. That's me being selfish as a fan. But I wouldn't want necessarily Teddy to do what he did like on Meet and Grams, because what he did Not Like Us and Euphoria that's what it needed to be. I feel like Meet the Grams was quality, but it was like, I think it was just a bit on the hand tactics kind of thing. Like, you could win the fight, but he was doing like below the belt punches, rabbit punches back of the head. He was getting with the tour. He was doing everything. Do you know what I mean? Down in the eyes and shit. Like, he was just doing all the dirty tactics. So I was thoroughly entertained. It was a shame to see Kendrick resort to that.
For real.
And the fans and all the media kind of caught up in all this BS. But yeah, man, I think they'll resolve it though. We've seen some crazy feuds of people in the past become friends. Whether they're artists, musicians, sports people, politicians. We see enemies come together eventually over time and shake hands and try to piece it up. Even though it's crazy what he said, in battle and music, like, if you're really about battling and music, it's for entertainment. Even though it's some deep shit, you say like bad rappers say the most top shit to each other, and they think they'll hug it out, make a track the next week or next day. I think these guys can do it as so many mutual friends. I think the OGs in the industry will look to them like, look, we've been through this already. Like, we've seen people in your generation, my generation, get killed for a lot less. So hopefully it will all be end peacefully. But I think these two, just on their responsibility, will leave it there. I think they'll need let the dust settle and just eat people from jail what's already out. But I think I'm kind of with Sam saying I think it's kind of like a stalemate, and it depends on who you prefer. I think for my style, I think Kendrick slightly edges it, and that's because of not like us. Not like us is just it's the ones. It's
And
shit.
there's one
It's
track
just
that we didn't mention, and I really want you guys to take this one in if you can.
Oh no!
Oh my god, man.
BBL Drizzy.
Oh man, that's crazy. Yeah, man, that's. You see, you think about the best rapper against a BB, some shit like that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Look,
But I wanted to end it on a lighter note there. The BBL Drizzy thing has been absolutely hilarious. The whole beef is gone a bit too far, but Metro's funny.
I tell you one thing though.
We didn't even mention Rick Ross, but we haven't got time for all that, I don't think.
Yeah. Do you know what though? To just piggyback off something Neil said about like the OGs coming in and trying to like, you know, figure this out. Could you imagine we get I don't know, Hove and Nas come along, they patch it up, they say, learn from us, don't do this, and we get the posse cut of all posse cuts. Drake, Kendrick, Nas.
No, what are you smoking, man? That's
please
too
don't.
crazy.
That would be insane. That would be
That's what I'm going to
insane,
manifest.
man.
But manifest
We're
one
lucky enough
thing-
to get
That's me
Drake,
just dreaming.
to get Drake and Jay-Z on Pound Cake, and I'm glad we have that. But there's no way we're getting all of that together. Like,
One can only dream, man. But
No,
do you know what?
even Nas
The
and
thing I
Kendrick's
say,
a dream, though. I don't think they've collabed,
Yeah,
have
no,
they?
I don't think
That'd
they
be
have.
so
Nas
sick.
and, yeah, that would be amazing.
the last thing I'll say though is that, you know, Kendrick said on 616 in LA, there's opportunity with living in loss, right? So what I'm hoping is that although in the moment now there's a lot of darkness, there's a lot of negativity, but hopefully they both learn from it, they both reconcile, and in the long term we get something positive and good that people can learn from, and you know, the scene, the genre, the culture, whatever you want to say, can learn from this, and we don't go to these places again. That's what I hope for. So yeah, but it's been a ride, man. It's been a ride.